Hello and welcome to my channel Equine Feather Horsemanship. My name is Katie and today I'm going to share 5 horseback riding exercises you can use for balance and stability. For some background, I've been riding for about 10 years, mostly doing dressage and jumping, and now I teach horseback riding lessons full-time. So I have a few tricks and tips up my sleeve that you might find helpful to improve your own riding. We're going to start with placing your hands on your chest and your lower back. This will help you establish straight posture. Do this while standing still before progressing to the walk, trot, and canter. Here's what it looks like at the trot. Notice that my lower back is flat and my chest is fairly upright. A slight forward lean is okay, but I want to show you what it looks like if you were too far forward. Can you see the difference here? On the right, I'm demonstrating what a lot of riders do when they become unbalanced or nervous, and on the left is a more ideal upright position. You should be able to feel your upper body lean forward when your hand is on your chest. If you notice that happening, simply bring your shoulders back as if you had a parachute on and it was pulling you away from the horse. Some riders have the opposite problem where they slouch and round their lower back like I'm demonstrating here. And that's where having your hand on your back could be helpful because you can train yourself to feel the difference between a rounded back and a flat back. To fix a rounded back, I like to ask my students to square out their shoulders and lengthen their spine. Next up, we're going into a couple of different exercise band exercises. If you don't have an exercise band, a dressage whip or an old t-shirt will work just as well. What I'm going to do with the exercise band is place it about shoulder width apart and bring it up above my head and back down. The trick here is to keep consistent tension in both hands. This is going to help strengthen your rotator cuffs and deltoids. And here I'm demonstrating this exercise at the trot. You'll notice that my arms are not completely straight, and that's because I tend to hyperextend them, which can actually be more harmful than beneficial. So it's best to keep a slight bend in both elbows during this exercise. Notice how I'm keeping my body straight, and I'm also trying to keep a steady pace. This is probably my favorite exercise to do with an exercise band, which is body twists. You'll want to twist from your belly button to really engage your core. And the slower you go during this exercise, the more you should be able to feel it. This is pretty challenging at the canter, but it's a lot of fun once you get used to the feel of yourself and your horse. If you don't have a band, you can also place your hands on top of your helmet and twist using your core. I personally find this a lot easier to do at the trot than the canter, but of course difficulty will vary depending on how experienced you are in the saddle and how smooth your horse's gaits are. Finally, riding around in 2-point is a really good exercise because it challenges your balance and strengthens your riding seat. During 2-point, you'll want your weight to sink into your heels and slightly point your toes out to avoid pinching with your knees. Bonus points if you can do it with no arms. You can see I had to find my balance a few times, and seriously guys, there is no shame in holding on to mane for this. Now you know 5 different horseback riding exercises for balance and stability. I hope this was helpful. This was my first ever horseback riding tutorial video, so I'm definitely open to helpful feedback, and let me know in the comments down below if you're going to try any of this at home. You can support my channel by liking this video, hitting that subscribe button, and I'm also on Patreon. For $1 a month, you get to have your name featured in my videos, vote on future video topics, ask training questions, and more. Thank you so much for watching this video, and stay tuned for more riding tutorials. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!